Hi everyone, I am Ding Dong and welcome to my channel. This video belongs to the topic of how I self-studied and scored 720 on GMAT exam. If you want to have an overview of this exam, please click on the first video in my channel. So after the entire preparation process, I assume that you are more or less ready for the exam day and you have done already several times the practice exam, at least those which provided by GMAC that are free. And I believe you're going to feel a bit nervous, but also excited about what's going to happen on the real exam day. In this video, I will tell you what I prepared the day before the exam in order to be ready for the next battle. First tip, and also the most important one, you need to know the test center rule before going to the test to avoid unconscious violation. For instance, you have to raise your hand and wait for the test officer to come before standing up or before leaving the test room, and you have to raise your hand to ask for a new erasable noteboard. And yes, you do not have the right to talk with anybody during the break of the exam. All those rules are really made in details, and it's much better that you know them before going to the test. I suggest you to go on the website that you made the test appointment, MBA.com. On this website, they provide you an illustration of the test center rule with animations. I will put the link of the website in the description box of this video. So if the test administrator decide that you fail to obey their rules, they can choose to cancel your test score, ban you from the future tests, or report your violation behavior directly to the school that you apply. So those mistakes can really impact your MBA or business school applications. And so be careful, do not take the risk, and get familiar with all those test center rules one day before the exam day. After arriving at the test center, you need to lock your belongings, register your PAL information, take a picture for the facial information as well, and sign the confidential agreement. And that's the reason GMAC suggests you to arrive 30 minutes before the exam. For me personally, I prefer to arrive an hour before so that I will have free time to eat and drink a little bit before the exam starts. To arrive early, it is better that you confirm your test day, time, and location the day before the exam and plan your route. If you're not familiar with the city that you take the test, it is also better to rehearse the route before the exam so that you can make sure that you arrive on time. Since we only have 5 times in a year and 8 times in our life to pass the exam, it is really not a good idea to lose one chance because you're late. And also you will find a record on your official test report that you missed the exam, so it won't give a good image for your future business school or MBA applications. And so confirm your test day, time, and location, and plan your route to arrive at least 30 minutes before the test. The tip number 1 and number 2 are the official suggestions that you will find in the confirmation mail after you make the test appointment. Start from tip number 3, I would like to provide you some personal advices regarding my past experience to crack GMAT. When I arrive at the test center, I am always with a backpack, which I put in the back of the locker. I will take my cell phone out to shut it down and also make sure to put it in the bigger backpack in the back of the locker, because actually you do not have the right to touch your mobile phone during the test, especially during the 2 breaks. Since we're all kind of cell phone addicted, you may actually unconsciously take your phone out to check your mails, to check the time, etc. And this will give the test administrator an opportunity to judge you as a rule violation. And in that way, they will report it and they will mark it on your official report. And so that's the reason I prepare a small bag, which I name it as my GMAT bag. And I put only the essential belongings that I am sure that I will need them during the exam, during the break. And all those stuff, for instance, like a written material, some books, some notes, my cell phones, all those materials that can provide a possibility to let the test administrator to judge as rule violation, I put them in the bigger backpack so that I can make sure that I won't touch them at all till the end of the exam. And so regarding this GMAT bag, I put my passport to do the exam registration. I put a pair of glasses because I need them. I put a bottle of water in case that they do not provide water during the in the test center. Some eye drops in case that I won't feel comfortable, and a tiger balm to keep me awake. And yes, some cookies or cakes or candies to boost your energy during the exam. And so you can see those stuff that I am really sure I will need them during the break. And so in this way, it gives me two benefits. First one, it's I am sure that all those risks which can let me judge as rule violation, I avoid them because I already put them in the bigger bag. And second, I can make sure that I take the important document, for instance like my passport, to be able to check in. During the entire process of my GMAT preparation, I write some useful notes on some papers, and those notes are what I decided that I would read again and again to enhance my memory of some key GMAT knowledge. I call these notes my last day notes because I will also read them the day before the real test. To illustrate the idea, I'm gonna show you some examples of my last day notes, and here are all my last day notes. So first, I have a type of critical reasoning questions that I always make mistake, which is the percentage decrease and increase type. So I have one example of the question, some basic knowledge of how to solve that, and the analysis that I should think regarding all those type of questions. And I also have the data sufficiency algorithm that I need to use to solve those type of questions, which is recommended by the official guide of GMAT. I have some quantitative sections basic knowledges that I made mistakes before, so I have 3 pages of that. Here you can see. Here you go. And I have also the pace that I am used to use. You can see here is the old pace, and start from this year GMAT changed the test format, so you have the new pace here. I also have some knowledge regarding the United States law system because I am not a native English speaker and I am not an American citizen. So regarding some part of the GMAT test, you need to have that knowledge to solve several reading comprehension questions. So here are some other notes regarding the American law system. And so I also have some other part of the last day note that I won't show you today because otherwise it's too much. And so here is only give you an idea about how I prepare those last day notes. I need approximately 2.5 hours to finish reading my last day notes. For you, please remember to build them up during your entire study process. Do not wait for the last week because you may not have time and you may forget to write some essential part down on your note. Starting from this year, GMAT provides you the possibility to choose the order of the test regarding the different exam section, and you have 3 different choices. For me, my weakest section is the verbal one, and I always choose to do the exam starting from quantitative section and then goes to the verbal section and finish by the integration reasoning and analytical writing assignment. And so I prefer to do the last time the practice exam on my weakest section, which is the verbal part, exactly on the time that I will pass this section on the exam day. For instance, if my exam appointment is at 1 p.m. and I choose to firstly start by quantitative and then the verbal and finish by IR and AWA, I will pass 62 minutes on the quantitative section and 7 minutes of the break, which means that I will approximately start the verbal section at around 10 past 2 p.m. So the day before the exam day, I will do the practice exam of only the verbal part, start from 10 past 2 p.m. And this will really give me confidence and allows me to perform more efficiently on the exam day. A small summary of today's video. To well prepare your GMAT exam, I suggest you to do 5 things the day before your test. First, Be familiar with the test center rule. Avoid the unconscious violation, which might impact your MBA or business school application. Second, confirm your test appointment regarding the day, the time, and the location. Be prepared to arrive at least 30 minutes before the exam. Third, prepare your GMAT bag. Put only the essential belongings that you will need during the break. Put all those exam-unrelated stuff in an unreachable area. Fourth, prepare your last day note and review it the day before. Fifth, do the last time a practice exam regarding your weakest section. Hope those tips will be useful for you, and don't forget to click like and subscribe my channel. I will put more videos regarding my exam experience and my MBA application preparation. Hope you enjoyed today's video and see you next time. Bye!